Beauclair, all's right and fair.
If only I had the coin for your leg.
The quill, mightier than the...
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
See what it says here? Postage paid. Won't weasel any coin out of me. Now scram.
I knew I should have wiped dirt on that stamp. Bumbotch!
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot on the trail of some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Another murder by the horrid beast! Milton de Peyrac Peyron falls victim to his own cowardice. The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast. Turn your trembling hearts to the good book. You will find solace there. Count Borges de Salfares cordially invites all to attend a lecture regarding the extinction of rare species and the dangers this represents to the natural order. Admittance free of charge. Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton de Peyrac Peyron falls victim to his own cowardice. The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast. Turn your trembling hearts to the good book. You will find solace there. Citizens, Beauclairois, Toussaintois, wherever wa. You are kindly reminded that by decision of the City Council, you are requested to refrain from spilling sewage into the streets of the Haute-Ville between 10 o'clock in the morning and 8 at night.
Summoning a Witcher? Was that truly necessary? And our knights would have...
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton de Peyrac Peyron falls victim to his own cowardice. The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast. Turn your trembling hearts to the good book. You will find solace there. The top do this season. A coif beyond compare from the friseur Jean-Louis Ludovic. The latest in cuts and styles in the Koviri court fashion. Jean-Louis Ludovic. For the ladies, for the gentlemen. Northern fashions to suit the southern style.
What will the morrow bring?
For idleness.
The pleasure is all mine, truly.
Fiddlesticks, this now. Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camerlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
Can't help but be curious. But where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery and selfless patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wager. Pardon me. Financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's eternal security and order.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is. Well, see you later.
Filth, savor but themselves. Before long, you will have to look to fairy tales to find a witcher.
Last time when company, I love and shall until I die. Grudge lost, but none deny. So God's be pleased, the smith will I. Time with good company, I laugh and shout.
Est flows in the veins of Toussaint.
Vive la fête!
Lac Selavi.
Banquets and wine
Might be worth looking into.
are suited for pleasant mirth.
where this one beggar buried some gold.
Nice tune.
How is it the Duchessa does not feed him as well?
Faster.
Let me go. So much very good. Nice rich
Not so fast, Roach.
cheap shenanigans. I can't see a thing through these cataracts.
Now bring us some thick pudding and bring it right here.
Slow now. Whoa.
Picky pudding and bring it right here. Now drink us some picky pudding and bring it right here.
All possible punishments have visited us.
Whoa! Hey, yeah. Run, Roach. Slow now. Whoa.
Witcher, I have a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak.
Truly, to send a Witcher against the beast? It is a
That Witcher's rather handsome.
Abercrombed and greft or fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Let's see what you got in stock. So long.
Here, Master Witcher. Over here.
Good man! I need a fresh set of shoes for my mount. Promptly.
At your service.
Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
What have you got there? So long.
Truly, to send a witcher against the beast, it is
Where have your
consort
journeys
to the
taken you,
black.
Hail, Percy. You must know.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
Follow me, please. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Oh, I'd stomp wine with that one. We would stomp till we were red and sweaty.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
My lips don't stink of wine. My wife won't know they're mine.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Every single lady keeps a devil somewhere shady.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
You smell that? Those are...
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Follow me, please.
Sure, go on. Drink up while you're young, coin in hand.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't see a thing through these cataracts.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Follow me, please. And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history.
Baron Rossel.
He was actually a hit.
No, not him. He never hesitated. Monsieur Beaulieu, sadly...
Shame that.
Not at all.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Kniebly would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes! We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Know what? Might not be the best.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I am at your disposal always.
If you don't mind.
Of course, sir, as you wish.
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
How might I be of...
Starting.
As you wish, sir.
Been thinking.
If I might. Not only.
It's in your hands then.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days. Is there anything...
Starting to get in. My armor needs...
Admiral...
Good. Order...
Immediately, sir. Will you be needing...
In my trip?
Of course.
Then send out for...
Of course. Will you be needing...
That's all for now.
White Wolf himself.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed, and I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In Athenus, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most
Fine, but maybe later.
I am all ears.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we...
As you wish, sir. Shall we...
Feels like by...
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might...
Thinking about...
Excellent idea.
Great.
True indeed, true indeed. Is there anything...
Could use another...
I know of a carpenter...
Fine.
Of course, at once. Is there anything...
Along the path?
I agree.
Yes.
It goes... by this... Is there anything...
Was wondering...
Oh, but that is it.
Yeah.
I can tell it. Is there anything...
Feels like...
With the utmost respect, sir.
Starting to...
What a split...
You know...
Oh, a...
My roach...
I shall get to work. Will you be needing any...
So...
Well, you're...
Good idea.
The idea... Will you be need...
Starting to get it.
With the utmost respect, sir. The vineyard has arrived at the pinnacle of...
Thanks.
Wine is better than stew. For stew you have to chew.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think. Laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
I liked you from...
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now... You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought, with all the work on Corfobiac...
Sure, why?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of... And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I going to produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines. Baron Rossel had new ones planted, but it will be some time before they start bearing fruit. Assuming that is, the fungus does not reappear.
That'd be bad. This Cyperamento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off, sir. There.
Thanks.